Augustine of Hippo, Confessiones 1, Episode 7. Invocat te, Domine, fides mea, quam dedisti mihi, quam inspirasti mihi per humanitatem filii tui, per ministerium praedicatoris tui. Here Augustine summarizes this section. Invocat te, it calls upon you, O Lord, my faith does. The subject of invocat, which is delayed, is fides mea. Fides mea is feminine singular and nominative. The subject of invocat, the object te, and another vocative. Because Augustine's confession is twofold, he is confessing both his sins and his faith in Christ. Fides mea is then modified by the rest of the sentence, my faith, a faith which. The antecedent of quam then is fides, and like fides, quam is feminine singular. But whereas fides is nominative, quam must be accusative because it is the object of its clause. My faith, which you gave to me. So faith calls upon the Lord, and it is a faith which God has entrusted to Augustine. Dedisti is the second singular perfect of the first conjugation verb do dare. A faith which you gave to me, and mihi, as we would expect, is a masculine singular dative, indirect object of the verb dedisti, quam being the direct object. There's another modifier of fides, this quam clause, a faith which you breathed into me, inspirasti mihi. Inspirasti is perfect, second singular, just like dedisti, and it is from the first conjugation verb inspiro, inspirare, to breathe into. The third principal part is inspiravi, since this is a regular first conjugation verb. But notice the form inspirasti has dropped one syllable. The unsyncopated form, uncontracted, would be inspiravisti, but as so often happens, this syllable drops. So it is a faith which you breathed into me, inspirasti mihi, this again, the dative indirect object, just like this mihi, quam the direct object, and you did this, O Lord, per humanitatem, through or by means of the humanity of your Son. Humanitatem is feminine singular accusative, the object of the preposition per, and filii tui is masculine singular and genitive. It's a possessive genitive. The humanity belongs to your Son, namely to Christ. And Augustine adds more modification. Through the humanity of your Son, that is, through the ministry of your preacher, praedicatoris tui. Ministerium is accusative, like humanitatem, but ministerium is neuter and singular because it's a second declension neuter noun. Praedicatoris tui is masculine singular and genitive. Praedicatoris, praedicator, is a third declension noun, a preacher, praedicator, with a second declension adjective. We can see that Augustine wants us to connect filii tui with praedicatoris tui because of the way in which he has constructed these parallel prepositional phrases. So your Son is your preacher, the Word made flesh, who preaches faith to Augustine. So I take by praedicatoris tui to mean the person of Christ. In a more mundane sense, it was St. Ambrose of Milan, pictured here, circa 340 to 397 AD, through whom Christ was preached to Augustine.